What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to another MLB recap video. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching and thank you for the support. Let's get into it. Remember when it first started, September, love was changing my mind. What am I doing, man? What am I doing? What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to another MLB recap video. I hope that you did enjoy that intro because I thought it was... What am I doing, man? But we have a very important first story to talk about. Let's get into it real quick. The baseball gods have finally answered all of our prayers. Now, I know we're not all Mets fans, but as baseball fans, we want Jacob Degrom to get the Cy Young, and the only thing that he's really lacking is wins. And yesterday, Jacob Degrom got a win.
Well, I don't think that it's strike three on a good slider right there. I don't think 90 games is going to win this division. The Nationals are
strike three called as Rendon is out. It's only 4 years ago, but everything has changed.
Alright, guys, so on a serious note, I'm just really happy that Jacob Degrom is actually getting some W's because he was 8-9 before this start. Now he is an even 9-9. He has a 1.7 ERA with 259 strikeouts. And also, he made history beating his own record with his 23rd consecutive quality start, passing Bob Gibson and Adam Wainwright. And that's some pretty good company right there. Honestly, guys, with that win and pulling him to an even 9-9, I do still think that he is the front runner for the NL Cy Young. I don't think that Max Scherzer can make up and do anything. I don't think that Aaron Nola can do anything because neither of those teams are going to make the playoffs, so it's just the way the cookie crumbles. The Cy Young is going to go to a losing team this year. Alright, guys, so now that we're on the topic of losing, it's kind of the same thing, but not really. We are losing one of the best players that we've seen in the last 20 years, Victor Martinez. Man, when he first came up with the Indians, I just remember watching this guy play, and he was actually an infielder before he switched over to catcher, and then he became a full-time DH over in Boston, and where else did he play? Detroit, all the different stuff. But guys, what I want to do, because his last game will be today, Saturday, September 22nd. He is no longer playing Major League Baseball. I just kind of want to show you guys his first home run and kind of go off from there and send him off with the thank you for playing Major League Baseball for 16 seasons, I believe it was, 16 or 17 seasons, but we all want to say thank you, Victor, for everything that you've done. Here's his first home run, and we tip our cap off to you, Mr. Martinez.
Well, Victor's made a fast climb. Originally an infielder, working behind the plate defensively, and that takes a lot. Player of the year, the last 2 years in the league he has played it.
Hit well toward left field, back is Brown, the ball is up, and gone! The first of what we hope is many.
Alright, so our next topic of the day is going to be a very adult conversation. So if you guys don't want to listen to this, probably skip ahead. If you don't know, the shortstop of the Chicago Cubs, Addison Russell, we will see how this goes in the next 24 hours because I think the league or some other third-party entity has 24 hours to answer this case. Otherwise, the Chicago Cubs, they have to take him off the... I don't even know what they put him on. Some paid leave. Whatever the case is, Addison Russell is not with the Chicago Cubs because he was accused of beating his girlfriend, which is never something fun to talk about. So I just wanted to bring that up real quick. All you Cubs fans out there, we'll kind of monitor this case as it goes on. But if anything comes out in this case that shines light on Addison Russell, whether he's guilty or not guilty, it's just one of those things. Just like Roberto Osuna, I will never support the man ever. Oh my goodness, I did not realize that this happened yesterday. I saw both of the highlights, but I did not connect the two together. So there's a player for the Toronto Blue Jays by the name of Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Yuli Gurriel. If you guys didn't know, Lourdes Gurriel and Yuli Gurriel, they're brothers, okay? And yesterday, they made history. They're the first ever siblings in Major League Baseball history to have a multi-home run on the same day. This is insane. Check it out.
Fastball drilled to center field. This ball is gone. There's another drive to center field.
Seems like he would be a guy Yuli would hit okay as Yuli drives one down the right field line. We have a slam! That ball's driven deep to left field. Justin Upton looking up.
I think the only other times that we can compare this to is when Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. went back-to-back. And then also we saw that the Molina brothers, first 3 brothers to make Major League Baseball and actually play the same position. So that was really cool as well. So we all know that my younger brother has a pretty good chance of making Major League Baseball. And I just wish that I would have, that's my biggest regret in life is quitting baseball. Because I feel like I could have been like Brock Holt, maybe not the best player in the world, but at least contributed. And could you imagine if my brother and I went yard on the same day? That would have been a really good clickbait. But guys, I want to ask you a question, so let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think was more impressive? The 2 brothers having a multi-home run game on the same day, or the father-son Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. going back-to-back? Let me know down below.
And a drive to right field. That ball is tagged. That ball is gone into the top house.
Second, the pitch. And swung on, line drive, base hit. That's headed for right. Here comes Lane. He's going to score. Was on the way. Line drive, base hit.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh, this story. Okay, so the Philadelphia Phillies, they were 6.5 games back of the Atlanta Braves, so they're going for a playoff spot. The race is not over yet, okay? The last game of this season isn't until the 31st, I believe, the 30th of September, so there's a little over a week and a half left to play baseball, and the Phillies, they had to win this game against the Braves. They were in prime position to win it, and they choked. And as an Indians fan, I know all too well that choking is a real thing. I just want to send my condolences to all you Phillies fans out there. Now, I will say that I've been talking to a few Phillies fans over on Twitter, and most of them have the same opinion where it's like, this year you guys weren't even supposed to be that good, so the fact that you were even in playoff contention, everyone considers this year a success. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl, so I don't think Phillies fans are way too upset. The 76ers are on the rise as well, so I think Philly fans are just happy to be in playoff contention, and maybe next year.
Khris Davis, right center. Did he get enough? And that baby's gone.
Khris Davis of the Oakland A's has put on a show this entire year. He might have a chance to hit 50 home runs on the year. I don't think he's going to do it, but if he keeps on raking like he has been the past, however long the season has been going on, a couple months, he does have a chance at going for 50. And honestly, yesterday with that 45th home run, I think he shut the door on the Triple Crown race. And JD Martinez, he's been a guy that's hit 4 home runs in a single game before, so he can come back. But in my opinion, I think that the Triple Crown race is done with. We all know that JD Martinez, Mookie Betts, Jose Ramirez, Alex Bregman, and Mike Trout are pretty much everyone's top 5 for MVP in the American League this year. But honestly, how can you forget Khris Davis? He's up to 45 home runs. He has 110 plus RBIs. This guy has been doing everything clutch when they needed to, when the A's needed him this year. And I just feel like he is a prime MVP candidate, and no one's giving him his props.
The 0-1 pitch lifted high into the air, shallow right center. Gordon out. Gamble racing in. Gamble calls him off. He dives, and he doesn't come up with it. In fact, he was nowhere to the Seattle dugout. The wind really knocked that one down, and because...
So that was pretty much the definition of a Little League home run. If you guys don't know what a Little League home run is in Major League Baseball, that's when you get a bunt and all of a sudden it turns into an error and then you score all the way from home plate. So that's a Little League home run. Also, 2 other notes about the Texas Rangers. Their manager, Jeff Bannister, was fired, and then Adrian Beltre is out here making history. He hit his 476th home run, passing Stan Musial and Willie Stargell. So again, Adrian Beltre and Victor Martinez, both studs, both have had amazing careers, and we'll see if they're going to be Hall of Famers. I think Adrian Beltre is going to be a Hall of Famer. But Victor Martinez, I'm not sure if he had the stats. I know he does have 2,000 hits, but I'm going to go ahead and look at the stats. Maybe we'll bring him up in another video. Yesterday, the Boston Red Sox faced off against the Cleveland Indians, and it was a pretty good game. Now, the Indians did lose, sad for me, but honestly, guys, with the Red Sox, how they already clinched the AL East, and the Indians, how they already clinched the AL Central, I think this game was more vital to see who's coming back from injury. So yesterday, Chris Sale went 3 2/3 innings, and then he was pulled. Trevor Bauer came back and pitched an inning and a third, and he struck out JD Martinez. So honestly, guys, I just think it's a story of coming back from injuries, how they're going to look in the postseason, because one other note is Josh Donaldson hit an absolute bomb off of Chris Sale. So honestly, I think the biggest story and the biggest takeaway is everyone's coming back from injury, and now they're priming up to play some September baseball. I'm so excited. So guys, what we will do to finish off this video is we will deep dive very quickly into the postseason picture, and I just want to say thank you all so much for your support. Yesterday was an amazing day, both for Fuzzy Friday and the 2 videos, so I want to say whether it's an MLB recap or an IRL video or an MLB The Show 18 video, I want to say thank you guys all so much for showing up and always giving me support. I love you guys. Without further ado, let's get into the standings. This thing right here. Also, if you want to get this case, use code Fuzzy, redzonecases.com. 20% off. Red Sox already clinched the AL East. The Indians have clinched the AL Central. In the American League West, now the Astros, they did clinch a playoff spot, but that means that they clinched a wild card spot. Their magic number for the AL West is still 6 games, so they're not out of the thick things yet, just yet. In the American League wild card, the Yankees are 1.5 games up for home field advantage. The A's are in 2nd place, and then we can see the Rays actually lost the game. They went from 5.5 games back to 6.5 games back. Hey, Yuli! I got a notification from Yuli. Thank you, man. In the National League, again, I do feel bad, Phillies fans, for bringing this up one more time. The Phillies are 7.5 games back of the Braves. In the Central, the Brewers gained a game. There we go. So they are now 1.5 games back of the Cubs. The Cardinals also gained a game as well. So there we go. The Cardinals and the Brewers, they're still putting up some big-time effort. In the National League West, the Dodgers are 1.5 games up of the Rockies and the Diamondbacks are 6 games back, so nothing changed on that end. And then the wild card, Brewers are up by 3 games for home field advantage. The Cardinals are at 2nd place, and then also the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. Nothing changed on that end, so 1.5 games and 6 games back. So holy smokeroonies, I'm not sure how else I can say this and put it into words, but postseason baseball is coming. I am so excited, guys, to bring you vlogs, all this different stuff, because I might want to go to some of these postseason games. I've never been to a playoff baseball game in my entire life, and if the Indians make it, I mean, obviously they already made it, they clinched the division, but if you guys want to see some vlogs out in Cleveland, this video has to get like 1,000 likes. This will be the only video that I post today, so if this gets 1,000 likes, I will try and get with my grandpa, see if I can get with my brothers, my friends, see if we can go out to Cleveland for some postseason baseball. So you guys want to see that, 1,000 likes on this video, we'll try and make it happen. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. Again, guys, your support means everything to me, and I love you guys all dearly for changing my life for the better, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.